Okay, it's a really hot one outside, and you can tell I'm bored today because I'm making this video, and it's kind of just something that I decided I wanted to try on a couple things. Is one, I wanted to get my snub nose Taurus 38 special. I wanted to get it kind of high polished. I have quite a few high polished Rossi's and Taurus revolvers. I think they're pretty much one of the best revolvers out there. I mean, you know, they're different from your Colt revolvers, of course, but they're pretty close to Smith & Wesson. And they were built, the earlier ones, on the same assembly line, you know, as the Smith, as the same tools and the dies and everything else that Smith & Wessons were. And, you know, when you get an earlier Taurus or Rossi, you're pretty much buying a Smith & Wesson. And I made videos explaining some of that on some of the ones I have. I don't think I posted all of them. I might have 5 or 6 revolvers that are Rossi's and Taurus, and I love them. I just think they're great. They shoot well, they're built well, and they hold up. So, and they, you know, come in 32, 33, 38 special was common, still is today, and 357 Magnum. I think I have the 38 specials, and I also have a 357 Magnum. I think I have 2 of those. But as you can see, what I like to show you is you get yourself some mag aluminum polished mothers. All right, just get some of this stuff. And if you have a stainless steel revolver, or even a stainless steel semi-automatic pistol, just, you know, dab it in a little bit here on the muzzlers. I'm in the garage right now, and just start rubbing lightly. And as you can see, it's been getting a lot of black off. These dark spots on the rag is what comes off on the stainless steel. And you can keep rubbing and rubbing lightly, and not even lightly, just give it a little bit more elbow grease, and turn the rag over to something clean, because I didn't do that many times, which I should have. And then dip it again in your mothers, and then just keep doing it. And as you keep doing it, you know, you could sit and watch TV and do whatever, and let your wife play with your toes, you know, while you're doing it. And she'll come up shiny. As you can see, this was kind of a dull stainless steel. Wasn't as Miro high gloss, well, sort of high gloss, as it is now. It's getting to where I want it. Okay, as you can see reflection in it. So it's starting to look pretty good. Starting to look really nice. Okay. But like I said, you could keep doing it and doing it, and you could do it every night for an hour for the next 2 or 3 weeks if you want. And just get yourself some of this mullers. It's great stuff. And you can polish a lot of other different things, not just aluminum. So you can polish brass with it. I'm sure you can polish silver. But if you have this dull stainless steel, this will start to come up. And then after you're done polishing it, you know, every time you polish it, take a clean rag and just keep rubbing it. All right? Make sure you get every cranny. You're kind of like supposed to take it apart, but I don't, because you could get all of it. If you need to get some Q-tips to get inside the barrels, and make sure you clean the barrels afterwards, the cylinder and the barrel, I mean, and the cylinders. Get in where the trigger is, you know, put some Q-tips down in here and just clean it out, okay? Make sure you get it all out. Now this particular revolver, tell you a little bit about it. It is a Taurus 38 special, snub nose. It doesn't quite have the right rubber pistol grips on it. These are not Pac Myers. I don't know what they are. They could be Pac Myers. Not sure. But as you can see, it doesn't cover the hole there. And so they're a little short. They're not meant for this revolver. They do work, but you'll see that opening right there. You can get some original Rossi Pac Myers for a small frame and put them on there, and it will cover that area right there. I think they're like 25, 35 bucks for the pair. And take the screw off here, and you'll be able to get the right ones. But I don't care. I mean, it is what it is, and they work. Like I said, if I ever sold this, somebody could buy a pair, a set of grips, the right ones for it. But like I said, it still handles nice, fits in your hand nice. Might even fit a little bit better than the ones that go on here. This originally was a bobbed hammer, so it was only double action only. And what I did, I ordered a hammer for this particular model. Sometimes you can get quite a few of these hammers online, like eBay or some sort. They do sell parts for these revolvers. And I did get one for this Model 85. This is a Model 85. And they're not hard to install. So now I took the bob hammer off, and now it's a single action and double action. So, okay, single action, double action, which is nice. Sometimes it's nice to have a bob hammer revolver, but I prefer both. You know, I mean, unless you want to carry something like this in your front pocket and not get snagged on the hammer, then you'd have to have a bob hammer. But you know, it gets pretty heavy. This is a 5-shot revolver, and they do take this 38 special. These are jacketed hollow points, as you can see. And I'm so bored today, I shined up the bullets, or the 38 specials. So I shined up all 5 of these because they were starting to color. You know, it gets like a discoloring for the brass casing. And I took some of that mother's polish and I shined them up. So they look, you know, really new now. One thing I want to show you a little trick that you could do. I don't know how many people do it out there, but I think they just buy their ammunition the way they want it. But you could take this, if you want something severe that's going to be a deadly bullet. I'm not sure if it's legal or not. I'd have to look into it. It might be illegal, but I know back in the day it was done. But you could take some lead ingots that you could buy on eBay or online. You know, the stuff that makes lead soldiers in molds. And you can melt it down into a cast iron pot in a pot and heat it up with a torch, and it'll melt liquefied into liquid lead. And then you could just fill this jacketed hollow point up with lead all the way up to the top almost. Let it dry, and you'll have a jacketed filled up with lead, which I thought at the time gives it a little bit more power boost, I guess, if you want to say, and a lot more deadlier. But I don't know if it's legal or not. You'd have to look into that. I know back in the day, the police officers used to have their baton whips, and their baton whips were made out of lead tips. And on the tiny tip of the whip, there was a chunk of lead inside. And they would use that. If they hit you with that, it's like hitting you with a sledgehammer. So, little trick. Like I said, I don't know if it's illegal now. Could be. If it is, don't not do it. If you just want to prefer these, either way, I still will not want to get hit by a 38 special, whether it's full metal jacket or solid. You know, they're going to get you either way. All right, so there you go. Little trick on the mother's aluminum polish. I'm sure a lot of people know about it. And you just keep dipping your rag in, make sure you turn it, rub it, do it for an hour or two a night. You could do it for a week to 3 weeks straight. And the more you polish it, the more mirror gloss it gets. So it will get 100 times better than this. Okay? All right, enjoy the day. And take care.